Hello there. Good evening. How's everybody doing today? Thanks so much for hanging out. I'm back again with some more Final Fantasy XI. And yesterday I kind of had a segmented stream. I played a little bit. I had to take a break. I played a little bit more. But today we're back. And the plan today is just some casual questing around Bastok. Just kind of seeing what's what. Getting some fame built up in the region. Things of that nature. Maybe starting the Dark Knight quest. I'm not 100% committed to that just yet. I want to get some fame in the town before we do too much. So we'll just see. We'll kind of see how it goes. But that's kind of the game plan as it sits right now. So let me go ahead and pop the game on the screen here. Right where we left off last night, we had done the quest where we did the Dengrif Stone in Bastok. So let's see. There's a couple things I want to do while I'm right here. Let's actually go ahead and join the Goldsmith Guild. The reason being, I've got a couple quests that require me to do some goldsmithing. And plus, a lot of the Gobby Bag stuff requires stones that are available for sale. So let's see here. Welcome to the Goldsmith Guild. Nope, let's see. Oh, she's closed. One of these people will be the guild master. Welcome, young man, to the Goldsmith Guild. This is a special association for those who work with silver, gold, gems, and all precious materials. Sign up. Let's do it. Wonderful. You are one of those, what do they call them, adventurers? I think I'll start out with crystal synthesis. I'm sure you already know, but crystals are formed of condensed energy. True works of art can only be made forming an image of the item when you synthesize. Alright. Professional goldsmiths such as myself can produce superior goods. Alright. So I got a fire crystal. What's the ephemeral Moogle? This is something new. I don't remember this. Trade me your crystals and I'll safely store them for you. Oh, nice. So this is a crystal storage NPC. Really cool. That's cool. So no one's going to tell me what to synthesize, I guess, huh? Alright, well, let's just see. What do I have here? I got a fire crystal, right? And what am I going to heat up? I think I've got copper ore. Let's see if we can make a copper ingot. Nope. Where would you get the recipes from, I guess? Other players? I don't know. I was positive that that would have given me a copper ingot. Maybe you need more than one ore, perhaps. Let's see. I'm going to buy one of these. I'm gonna buy one of these. Maybe I think it's maybe 2 ores. I don't know. I could look it up, but I just kind of want to experiment for a minute. Let's heat up 2 copper ores. No. No. Okay. Let's look up some basic goldsmithing recipes. Four copper ores. 4 copper ores. That's the issue. So it's 4 ores. Let's just buy a bunch. Okay, let's try this now. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so to make a ring, a copper ring, I need to make 2 copper ingots. I should also put on the chocobo shirt for this, but I'm just doing it for a quest right now. Alright, so let's try this. Alright, sorry about that. Let's see here. So what I'm looking to do, I'm going to pull this shirt out. I'm going to make a couple things for some of these quests here. Let's try this again. No, that's the jewelry store and wrong place, wrong place. Goldsmith Guild is up here. Try this again. There we go. Alright, so one of these quests had me help Mickey a free goldsmith complete her order of bringing her a copper ingot. I feel like she was up here. And then there was somebody that wanted a sleepy shroom, right? Wasn't that over here? Or maybe it was in here. And I've got some of those. Was it this house? The girl with the stew, maybe? No. Somebody wanted sleep shrooms. Flintstones. She wants Flintstones. I have that. I think I might have actually given her some earlier. We'll just give her what we have. Oh, nope, she doesn't need it anymore. Okay. So it was a one-time quest. Yeah, this is the girl that wanted the sleep shrooms, right? Now she wants treant bulbs. So what happens if I give her the shrooms? Nothing? No. So she's changing what she wants all the time. So does her recipe change every day, I wonder? Okay, treant bulbs now. And wait a minute, this chick wanted me to wear a robe and a brass subligar, right? I might have those. Robe and a bronze subligar. Do I have those? I do not, but we can grab some of those super duper easy. Like I said, just clearing out quests. That's the name of the game right now. I'm going to check my auction house and see if I can throw some stuff on there. And nothing sold. Nope. All right, so she wanted a bronze ingot. Or a copper ingot, rather. All right, let's buy a robe and a subligar here. Put on this ridiculous outfit. Absolutely ridiculous. And let's go get our fashion sense judged. Oh, excuse me. I cannot obtain the gloves. Of course not. Oh. All right, so next I'm going to head down to the Bastok mines. Let me see if I can sell some of this crap that I'm wearing. There we go. That freed up a little space. And let's head into Bastok Mines. We've actually not flagged a bunch of quests there, but I do have some quests to turn in there. Okay. Ba-ba-ba. Bastok's foundations were built with ore taken from this mine. So you get the idea that the sort of the storyline in this city is Bastok is an up and rising industrial nation, and it was thanks to the Galka that Bastok was really able to, come into fruition. It's not like the Galka were slaves, but they were definitely indentured servants or something of some sort. What's this guy saying? Here to pound some munches in the pudding. And anyways, the Galka, many of them are resentful. Many of them feel underappreciated. The government won't do anything about the monsters in those Zaroon mines. It's not cost effective. But those things always get in the way of work, you know? You can go in there and kill a few. My buddies and I will put together a reward for you. Don't forget to bring me 3 pinches of Zaroon salt, soot. Yeah, we'll pop into the mines here. I think the Dark Knight quest might be in here. Well, I know it starts in the mine somewhere, but maybe not in the mine itself. Pop the survival guide here. Excuse me. All right. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to try to kill a couple worms to get this soot for this quest. Whoa, we are in the wrong spot, buddy. That is, I don't remember this having high-level mobs in it. I don't remember that at all. What's a crab doing in here? Now, I thought the mobs that I had to kill were back in the mine area, but that's now populated with really high-level monsters. And I don't remember it being that way before. So I'm going to have to look and see. If I don't see any worms here, I'm going to turn around. Okay, maybe. Let's just see if these guys have the soot that I'm looking for. Flintstone. Let's see. I'll look it up. Dingbat. Okay, so it's dingbats, river crabs. Oh, and here I thought it was just worms. All right, so it's any of those monsters in the Zern mines. Okay. For some reason, I thought it only dropped from the worms, and that's not the case. So any of those worms in the Zerun mines, or any of those mobs in the Zerun mines, rather, will have what I'm looking for. Oh, is there no way back? Oh yeah, okay, there we go. There's one pinch. Two pinch. Sure, let's just see. Aluminum ingot. Okay, I'll take that. Need one more pinch of soot. One more. Take a moment and rest here. while we wait for the mobs to come back. Okay. All right, got my sit. All right, let's go ahead and leave here and we'll continue questing about Bastok. Rise, getting that Bastok fame to rise a little bit. That's kind of the plan here. And we'll turn this quest in. Oh, nice. I got a stamp for the stamp hunt. There's another stamp hunt guy in this zone somewhere. Another Galka, if I remember right. I forgot about the stamp hunt. That's another quest I can bang out while I'm down here. This is not the guy, I don't think. No. Medicine Eagle. The Bat's Lair. There's a monument at the top of Zegham Hill. Oh, nice. Bouquet for the pioneers. Yes, we'll do that. Omrin. I think this guy right here might be one of the teleport spells quests. I'm Vernage, a friar from San Andoria Cathedral. Coming to Bastok is part of my pilgrimage. Okay. I could be wrong. I thought he was... Maybe I've got to be a white mage of a certain level. Chainmail. The little girl I got to give the ring to is in here somewhere in the slums here. Boyd's knickknacks. What is that for? I'm a thief, right? So thief's tools. I'm not sure what to do with this. To open locks, huh? Okay, I'll make a mental note. Yeah, these are the slums, man. Everything is like boarded up. This guy's a very essential character in the Bastok storyline. Where I set out on his journey of rebirth. I'm not upset. I knew it had to happen sooner or later. He wasn't feeling that good. He would always hide it whenever someone would visit. I guess he was just worried about people he would leave behind. He was always like that. You know, we had a visitor before where I left. Here we go. I wish to speak to you about Zaid. So this is what's going to start the Dark Knight quest right here, I believe. Hey, where are the Musketeers back again? Captain Volker, we Galk would also like to know about Zeed's whereabouts, but none of us know where he might be. You must understand, I cannot continue to perform my duties with the Clare Conscious unless I know what became of him. As you know, Zeed is the one who should be leading the Mithril Musketeers, not I. Is it your uncle when you think of? Is it your uncle you think of when you say this? True, many Galka were upset by his appointment as captain after Railgrim disappeared, but we do not feel the same way about you, as Zed is different from Railgrim, and you are different from your uncle. Volker says it's not because of my uncle, sir. So immediately we see that Volker is kind of treating the Galka with respect that a lot of Bastokans don't actually do. I'm glad to hear that. I now feel safe in telling you that a dark knight was sighted in the Palborough mines. He was very powerful, I'm told. Volker says, then it is. That's all I know. So this is our clue to go to Palborough to see if we can find Zide, who is the Dark Knight. So, why are there less Dark Knights since Zide's disappearance? Any ideas? Well, Zide did, in a sense, create his own version of the art passed down since the glory days of Altepa. It's not something one can master with skill alone. And it is said that only the few who can tame the dark flames that burn within their soul, feeding on their sorrow and hatred, are chosen. Gumba says, that's the last thing I remember where I sang. Say, why don't you go find Zide yourself? Maybe he can teach you how to become a Dark Knight too. Alright. So we've now flagged the Dark Knight quest, which was one of my goals here in Bastok. Bobbin. David. Most Skalk around here don't like humans much. That's why we don't call ourselves by the names humans gave us. So you can kind of see the inspiration a little bit. This whole town is very pioneer-esque, very early industrial America. And so you sort of have the Galka, which are almost like an amalgamation of Native Americans and Black Americans in the fact that they're discriminated against, the fact that they're given, funny names, although that's not quite accurate from a Native American perspective. So you do have this whole racial tension thing that's an underlying part of the storyline for Bastok. And I always thought that was really cool. I wonder how much of it is obviously Japanese trying to make sense of American identity politics. But I wonder, how much of this is pure invention and how much of it is drawing on Eastern inspiration. The workers or Western inspiration, I should say, the workers in the mines are those who went out to avenge them. Many of my brethren were slain by the Quadov. I want the Quadov to pay for what they did, so that souls of my fallen comrades may rest in peace. I want you to go to the Quadov stronghold in Bordeaux and kill as many of them as you can. Bring me back a Quadov helm as proof of your deeds. Black mud. A canteen of Drakenfall water. Okay, so another quest flagged. Empty house. That little Mithra cub has got to be here somewhere. Tall Mountain, I think he's a stamp fellow. Yep, there's a stamp, okay. Can I get through here? Yeah, no, that's a Bastok mission area, I think. Oh, Cornelia. Alright, so there's a quest to go to Palboro Mines, get some silver name tags. Oh yeah, we're collecting quite a few Bastok quests now. There we go. There's a little girl. Let's give her the copper ring. Give this to Mom. Okay, so we got a letter to give back to Mom. Depto. There used to be a small Galka called Gumba. I did. There's Gumba. So lots of quests flagged here. Lots of quests. Alright, so we've had a nice tour of the slums here in Bastok Mines, but most of the time when you come to the mines, this over here is the area that gets the most attention. This is the auction house, chocobo stables, all of that good stuff. Right, I don't know if I ever tagged this survival guide, so we're going to tag it now. Yes, we have. Okay. I seem to remember this guy being a quest giver, maybe? Siren's Tear. All right, I think that's good enough. So, let's see, what do we want to do? We've got some quests in Bordeaux. I've got to go back to... Let's go back to the markets to give this letter to the mom. We'll end that quest. Maybe we'll go to Palboro, get some silver name tags. But I think instead of warping there, I think I'm going to go back into this ruin mines and take that boat, because I think that if I remember right, that boat has something to do with Zeed and the Dark Knight quest. I think Zeed's on the boat, maybe. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I feel like that's correct. All right, and I also have, before I do that though, I've got a couple stamps to grab. I've gotten the ones in the mines, and I've got the one in the market. So we got to go to the metalworks and the port. So let's do that real quick. Let's go ahead and knock that off the quest list before we leave Bastok. All right, let's see. The Temple of the Goddess and Warehouse 1. Let me refresh my memory. Where's Warehouse 1? Probably downstairs. G5. Yeah. Oh, what's that smell? A Sandorian adventure. Ah, too late, too late. There's one stamp person. Okay. And G5. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Oh no, so it's the cannonry. I was looking at the list wrong. Okay, let's take a quick shortcut. Back to where we started. No. There we go. The sky. All right, and then we'll head to the port. There's 2 in the port. Actually, this is a good place to be. I think I can collect some trusts here. Let's see. Oh, I don't want that. 5-point items. I think I got all the mounts. I have a Gobu. I have a Coral yet. 10-point items. Okay. Yeah, I might still be missing a few of these. Let me see. Lion. Benzo. Let's see. Oh, no, not 150. It was the 10-point ones. 10-point ones. Ooh, but I need some of those, though. Now, let's see. Trust first. Trust first. All right. Lion. I know I have Lion. Lion, Lecco. Let me just take a picture of this. And I'm going to compare it to my list. Benzo Coltado. I think I've got a lot of these. I think I bought some of these last time, but I don't think I collected them all. Let me just see. Alright, so that was Morimar, King, and Robola Kebel. Yep. Morimar, King. I got that one. Sultada, Amchu, and Khalil. Chu. Khalil. And Bolton. Khalil. Okay, Khalil, Amchu, Coltada. And then we have Kara. I know I've got her. Urumoro. I don't have Koru, right? Yep, I sure do. So that was all of them, wasn't it? No, let's see. Lecco and Najalith. Yep, I do. I have them all. Alright, so what else can we redeem? I think there's some mounts, right? Let's take a quick look at my mounts. Magic Pot, Beetle, Crawler Bomb, Tiger, okay. I do not have a Dalmo. I do not have a Golden Bomb. All right, so I've got one stamp person up here somewhere. I think she's on the other side of this drawbridge here. Right there. All right, and then there's one up here in the warehouses. And that'll be it for the stamp hunt once we turn it in. And then we're going to head to Palbarol. Okay, that's all the stamps. So now I'll go give this kid his stamp book back. All right. Actually, no. There is a book. Save me a little walking. All right, let's see if we can find Zeed. Oh, okay. So I thought, okay, I thought incorrectly. I think I come back through here, not get there from here. Okay, that's fine. We'll just book warp to Palboro. Right. Do I not have the Palboro mines? Oh, let me look at something. Okay, we'll go to North. I could have sworn I had got a book there before, but maybe not. Maybe there is no book there. I don't know. We'll get there from North Gustaberg, though. Oh man, I'm on the other side actually. That is annoying. I don't think there's a drop off here. That is aggravating. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. Which one do we want to take? Da, 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 da. I want to dismount here because I think one of the quests was asking for something that these guys drop. Treant bulb, that was it. But I don't remember how many I needed. right, I think that was all I needed. Was the 2 treant bulbs, or was it 3? I think the quest changes, actually, based on the day, maybe. Gourmet. Yeah, it varies depending on the day. So when I first did it, it was a sleep shroom, then it was a treant bulb. By the time I actually get back to it, it'll probably be something different. It was definitely no more than 3, though. Also been given a quest to climb up to Zagam Hill. I guess we'll knock that out while we're out here, too. We'll head that way, since it's sort of kinda on the way. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, ba, da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. So I think I gotta go to the top for the grave site. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. All right, here we are. Dismount. Omrin was the name. As you look closely, you find another almost illegible name at the very bottom of the monument. That's got to be some story lore. Let's ride a crawler. Oh, wow. No, that's ridiculous. Look at that. That's a little nuts. The way he's just chilling on it backwards. That's next level. That was worthy of a screenshot. That's amusing. Actually, I think I keep going this way, and there's another exit. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Almost to Power Mines. That was a fun little ride. All right, back in Palboro. Okay, let's see. So we're headed to the top floor. I wonder if I can take that elevator. Also, while I'm here, it wouldn't be a bad idea to get rid of some quad because I need to find a quad headpiece, I believe, and a shell for quests. Once my flea wears off, I'll double check. Let's see what those quests wanted. Yes, that was the shell. The name tags. Quad helm. All right. Helm and shell and silver name tags. Which I think the silver name tags are in a different part of the mine. They're like in the what I call the bricked part, like the Quadov stronghold area. All of these guys are still too weak for me, right? Nope, nope, don't attack. They're all too weak. Still. Let's clear some room here. I've actually already got a leather gorget. We'll throw another one in there anyway. Put the chocobo shirt up. That'll free up a little room. Okay. Let's ride this up to the 3rd floor. All right. Let me get some trusts up because I think like, these guys might be. No, they're still too weak. Might not hurt though, just in case. Let me get a healer. Right, there's a home point down here that I don't have. That's the boat I'm sure that I have to hit. But let me, while I'm here, I want to go ahead and grab this home point because I think there's a BC&M spot behind it. And it would not be a bad idea to go ahead and collect that. Plus, this is probably where we want to fight some guys. They're all saying too weak. But we're going to do some fighting anyways. Yeah, they're not too tough. It's not bad. Silver name tag. Boom. Okay. Right off the bat. Silver name tag. Well, we got some people in here. Interesting. Wonder what they're doing. Oh, this door's blocked. Okay, so what's the way? So this door's blocked, but I can go this way. I see. I see. That's interesting. What's that? I guess that's the baby's footsteps, maybe? Yeah, that's what it was. Quad back scale. I don't think that's what I was looking for. No, but that might be useful. It's a rare EX item. I'm sure it'll have a use later. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take a right. Quad of Feta Charms, Brass Mittens. We're finding some pretty good stuff here. I gotta make sure I have some room, though. Why do I only have one Treant bulb, I wonder? Must have had a full... Yeah, I must have been full earlier. Okay, let's see. I want to go this way. Palbro chest key. Yeah, we're finding some pretty good stuff. Alright, I guess I'm going to dump this Treant bulb and we will... Brass Salvagar, Dark Steel Engraving. Man, we're finding some interesting stuff here. Alright, let's clear some room. I hear it. All right, got a new home point registered. Not sure where to use the Palboro chest key. I have not seen a Palboro chest. You know what? You know what I think that is? I think that's part of the race specific equipment quest. I do believe that's what that's for. And I think that person that I saw over here somewhere earlier was maybe doing some of that. I think there's a chest there, and this key opens that chest, and that's where you get the magical pattern. So I'm sure it's not the right day combination for my race, but still, if I come across that chest, we're going to open it. Okay. This person's all over my business. All over my business. I'm going to look that up. Where is the Palboro chest? All right, let's see. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, so they can be all over the place. You just have to find them. They could be all over the place. I bet you they move. I bet once one's opened, it spawns somewhere else. I don't remember this. I don't remember how it works. Well, we'll roam around for a minute before we finish this quest. Okay. All right, let's not get distracted. Let's go ahead and do this Dark Knight quest. But that's really kind of what we came here to do. Maybe I was supposed to be on that. I think so, maybe. Yeah, that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to be on the boat. Okay, one will come back, right? Right? Yeah, okay, here we go. Wow, that's crazy. I totally fell off the boat. Did you see that? There he is. There's Zed. Why are you looking me that way? Have you never seen a Dark Knight before? You say Gumbo told you about me? That child is always crossing the line. It's unfortunate what happened to our eye, but I see Volker has not changed. I had thought I might visit the mines district, but they are still there. I should probably not. And why is it that you have sought me out? You seek training to become a Dark Knight, perhaps? Yes, since you've already felled many enemies. But the way of the Dark Knight is not one to be taken lightly. It is a hopeless road, where anger and sorrow are your only companions. But if you still wish to become one, then take this sword. Let it feed on your bloodlust and the blood of your enemies. I must go. I have some business to attend to in Bordeaux, the Quad stronghold. State that sword's hunger, and we will meet again. And I now have the Chaos Bringer. So if I remember right, what I have to do is kill a certain number of enemies with a sword. It's something like 100 or 200. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then once that's done, um, I talk to Zed again, I think, and I become a Dark Knight. So that's the first half of the quest. Now I'm not going to sit here tonight and kill 100 enemies or whatever it is, but this will make a really good stopping point, I think, for the stream tonight. Because what I'm going to do uh, tomorrow or the next stream is I'm going to go ahead and turn in the Silver Tag quest. Maybe do a few other Bastok loose end quests. We'll see. And then I'm going to start my journey of slaying 100 enemies or however many enemies it is to slake the thirst of this blade. And then we'll complete the quest and we will have unlocked Dark Knight on this character. I'm going to pause right here by the book. This is where I'm going to stop this evening. Thanks so much for hanging out while we did some Bastok questing, explored the mines, messed around with Quadov in Palborough, and finally got the Chaos Bringer. Probably going to have to switch to Warrior for that, I think would be the best thing to do. Earn a little EXP while we do it. And so that's the plan. So until then, I hope everybody has a great evening, and I'll